At just 24 years old, Penei Sewell is already one of the most feared offensive linemen in football. Defenders bounce off him like children. He's pancaking NFL superstars, protecting franchise quarterbacks, and completely dominating grown men every Sunday. But what makes this story crazy is that not long ago, Penei Sewell was just a kid from a tiny Samoan family trying to survive in America. His family struggled financially. They lived packed together in small homes, and when he first arrived in Utah, he barely even spoke English. Now, he's a first-team All-Pro, one of the highest paid linemen in NFL history, and the foundation of the Detroit Lions rebuild. This is the unbelievable story of how a humble Samoan kid became an NFL superstar. Penei Sewell was born on October 9th, 2000 in American Samoa. In football, it wasn't luxury entertainment there, it was a way out. American Samoa has produced an unbelievable number of NFL players for such a tiny population. Football is deeply connected to Samoan culture, toughness, discipline, pride, and family. And family meant everything to Penei. His parents worked tirelessly to give their kids opportunities they never had. When Penei was still young, the Sewell family made a massive sacrifice. They moved to St. George, Utah. Imagine how difficult that transition was. New country, new culture, new language, new everything. The family didn't have much money either. At times, multiple family members lived together in cramped spaces just to make ends meet. But one thing the Sewells always had was toughness. Penei grew up surrounded by brothers who pushed him constantly, and football quickly became part of daily life. But here's the scary part. Penei wasn't just big, he was different. Even as a teenager, coaches couldn't believe how athletic he was for his size. Most linemen are powerful, few are explosive. Penei was both. And by high school, people started realizing this kid might be special. At Desert Hills High School in Utah, Penei Sewell became an absolute nightmare for defenders. He dominated on both sides of the ball, and every single year, he got bigger, stronger, and faster. College scouts started flooding his games. Not just because he was massive, but because he moved like a tight end trapped inside a 330-pound body. That combination almost doesn't exist. And remember, this wasn't some polished football prodigy from a rich football academy. This was a humble Samoan kid built through hard work and family discipline. By the end of high school, Penei became one of the top offensive line recruits in America, and eventually, he committed to the University of Oregon. That's when everything changed. Most freshman offensive linemen struggle badly in college football. Not Penei Sewell. The second he stepped onto the field at Oregon, he looked NFL ready. At just 18 years old, he was bullying grown men. And then came his sophomore season in 2019. This is the year Penei Sewell became a superstar. He completely dominated the Pac-12. Edge rushers couldn't beat him, defenders couldn't overpower him, and NFL scouts started calling him the best offensive line prospect they had seen in years. Then something historic happened. Penei Sewell won the Outland Trophy, becoming the first sophomore offensive lineman ever to win the award. That's insane. Think about that. A sophomore, the best lineman in the entire country. At that point, everyone knew it was only a matter of time before he entered the NFL draft. But then, COVID hit, and Penei made one of the biggest decisions of his life. He opted out of the 2020 college season to prepare for the NFL. Some people questioned it, but NFL teams already knew the truth. This guy was different. In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions selected Penei Sewell with the 7th overall pick. And honestly, it may have saved their franchise. Early on, there were doubters. Some people wondered if he was too young, too raw, too inexperienced. But those questions disappeared fast because Penei immediately proved he belonged. And what makes his rise even crazier is that he wasn't just surviving in the NFL, he was dominating elite pass rushers. Every season he got better, more technical, more violent, more confident. Soon he became the heart of Detroit's offensive line. And as the Lions started winning again, Penei Sewell became one of the faces of the entire rebuild. By 2023, he earned first-team All-Pro honors. That means experts considered him one of the absolute best players at his position in the entire NFL. Not young player, not rising player, the best. and the Lions rewarded him with a massive contract extension worth over $100 million. From cramped living conditions to NFL superstar. That's generational change.